I think it was season 14, episode 12 of The Simpsons. Please correct me if I'm wrong, where they had the rib episode, the rib witch. It was a rib sandwich that Homer Simpson was very happy about. And I remember seeing this. It was a spelling bee with Lisa as well. But I remember seeing this episode and saying to myself, I need that sandwich. This sandwich is going to make my year better. This is going to make my soul elated. I thought to myself, I got to figure out how to calculate the longitude and latitude of when I'm dropping this sandwich. I need to make this. And I had my dad say, Dad, can you make me a rib sandwich? He said, son, I can make you anything on the planet. And then he proceeded to never make that sandwich, so I had to wait, figuring out where it came up. And then one day, I saw an ad on the television for a McRib. And I said, this is it. This is the sandwich. This is the one and only. Now, in the episode with The Simpsons, Homer Simpson praised this as the greatest sandwich to ever exist. I watched him eat these, and it made me feel like, oh, I can just imagine how it's going to feel across my mouth. I can imagine the elation, the barbecue sauce. Oh my God. Then at 12 years old, I got my tonsils and adenoids removed. And then I lost my ability to smell or taste. I was not curious in the McRib anymore. I wasn't curious in most foods. I was very angry at that moment. However, later in life, I got my sense of taste and smell back. 2 years ago, actually. And I said to myself, I can finally eat the McRib. That was the first thing that went through my mind. I can finally see what Homer Simpson really wanted. And the anticipation was killing me. It made me have this high expectation. Not even a really high expectation. It's a McDonald's sandwich. I don't expect too much from it, but I thought it would be at least decent, right? I thought to myself, this is going to be a very decent sandwich. So I go up to McDonald's. I ride there 6 miles out. I say, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would like your finest rib sandwich. And they say, okay, how many do you want? 2. They say, pull around. I unbox it. I'm in my car, sweating, hyperventilating, thinking about it, imagining how the flavor is going to be. I take a bite into it. My soul leaves my body. I immediately go and sit in the parking lot, get outside, fall to my knees, and yell at the heavens for how could they allow this to happen on my earth? How could this happen in Trump's America? I don't know what's going on. This was the worst sandwich I've ever had, period, ever. This sandwich hurt my children's children. I became infertile as soon as I bit into the sandwich. All my clothes turned into hockey pucks. I felt like my elbows got ashy. I felt like if I walked up to somebody, they would spit in my face just because I had this sandwich. I felt like my father would never love me ever again, despite the fact that he didn't show that much love in the whole world. I felt like my mother was going to get hit by a tornado just randomly. I felt like my grandma actively was going to get attacked by a Bigfoot, a Sasquatch, one might say. I felt like the Loch Ness Monster was going to come up and swallow the world. I felt like Jormungandr was going to cause Ragnarok by getting into a battle with Loki. I felt horrible. This was the worst, and I mean this without any exaggeration. This is not an exaggerated video. This sandwich hurt everything in my body. I took the second rib sandwich and gave it to a homeless man. And he said, thank you. I watched that homeless man take a bite of that sandwich and go, he's homeless. He should love this. It's free food. I went back to him. I said, how did you like the sandwich? He said, thanks. Thank you. He was not, I said, give me your honest thought. I just want to know. He said, it's food. It's food. I can't complain about that. That's how I know if a homeless person doesn't say, oh boy, oh gee, oh my goodness, this is the best sandwich I ever had in my life. Oh my, if he doesn't start tap dancing at the thought, if he doesn't start, if he doesn't start doing that at food, then he had a very subtle, calm reaction. He said, this is a sandwich for sure. His voice changed. His voice changed when he had that sandwich. He became British a little bit. He turned to Idris Elba. I was like, oh my God. I tossed that sandwich in the trash. That boy went to the gutter. That boy went to the chokey. I put that sandwich in the filth. I hate the McRib. And you know what's crazy? It wasn't even just a Simpsons episode. It goes away throughout the entire year and comes back up, I believe, around the same time each year. I don't know why it's a popular item. I don't know why they keep bringing it back. They said the McRib is back. Like it's a whole event, like the Super Bowl. Why is the McRib being back a phenomenon? Why does it matter? Is it important? I don't think so. I think the McRib should never come back. I think it's the worst sandwich on the planet. I think we should do a hate campaign against the McRib. I think everybody that's ever eaten the McRib and enjoyed it can't be trusted with reasonable decisions. I know everybody has their own preference. I've tried pineapples on pizza. I don't hate it. I can see why people like it. I've tried olives. I can see why people like that. I've tried tuna, fish, just plain. I can see why people like that. I can understand why somebody would enjoy different things. I can't fathom. There's no universe or reality, no alternate plane of existence, no multiverse in which I could possibly see why anybody of any creed, race, nationality, religion would ever in any world in the stratosphere, in the solar system, in the Andromeda galaxy would even consider looking in the same general direction of a McRib knowing how it tastes. It's disgusting. I hate it. And whoever made it, I don't know who the person is, but I will find you and I will give you $50. I'm gonna give you $50. And I'm gonna tell you, if you ever make any other idea that's an original thought, if you ever have any other original thought, don't. And hopefully that $50 will be enough to dissuade them. But if that $50 isn't enough, if that 50 isn't enough, then I will rain down hell, iron, and fury upon the entire generational family of whoever considered to put the McChicken on the menu. Sorry, well, not the McChicken. The McRib. I love the McChicken. Don't that McChicken is amazing. The McRib is horrifying. I'm not even sure. Where's the rib from? What, a pig? Paul Bunyan? Whose rib is this? A Turkish baby? Whose rib? Whatever animal they chose, a stork, it is an ostrich, it is tarantula ribs, whatever animal they decided is the most undelectable animal to ever exist. The barbecue sauce sucks, the bread is crumbly, the sandwich is bad. And I want them to know that. I want this video to go to every McDonald's executive and say if they ever see me on the streets, it's on site. I want them to know that I am not just an angry customer, not just an agitated customer. I am somebody that will open up a franchise McDonald's and run it into the ground and give it such a bad reputation that you'll have to pay out $26 billion to somebody that I screw over. That's who I am. I'm somebody that will do that to you because I can't just be angry. I got to be calculated. I got to be patient and take my time. I'm watching you, McDonald's. Don't ever do this again. Don't ever do this again. Period.